Welt. Und mit ihm verbindet man zum einen diesen neuen Data im Alexandra Palace bei der WM und zum anderen konnte er im letzten Jahr auf der Pro Tour ein Match bestreiten mit einem Average von 134 Punkten im Schnitt. So was Ähnliches wird er heute benötigen. Wir freuen uns auf The Original K.Anderson.
Southern cross with black, red and yellow flowing through my veins. A big red blue, yeah, I'm the man. Thousands have died just to make me a warrior leader, trendsetter, monster with an IQ only rivaled by a few. A dreamer, a hustler, a schemer who likes to stay true. Forget everything he knew. Street warriors, we the truth.
Ladies and Gentlemen, dort oben steht der frisch gebackene World Matchplay Champion. Es war sein 4. Major-Sieg alleine in diesem Jahr 2016. Er ist der Weltmeister von 2014. Er ist die Nummer 1 der Welt. Herzlich willkommen, MVG, Mighty Mike, Michael van Gerwen.
One more spot in the quarterfinals. Bet European Darts Open here in Dusseldorf is up for grabs, and it sees two men on stage who have clashed twice before in the last few weeks. It's one win apiece. K.Anderson shocking the world #1 last time out on the European Tour, beating him in Austria, but then he came up against him on the big TV stage at the World Match Play, and it did not go according to plan. MVG just cruising past him, 11-3. Nobody got close to the world #1 as he claimed a second successive World Match Play title. We shall see which one of those two results this one here resembles more closely. It may not take long, this, even if it goes the full 11 legs. I'm Dan Dawson, I'll talk you through it alongside Paul Nicholson, sat alongside me.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, this game, because obviously Kyle beat Michael van Gerwen in Vienna.
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg Kyle to throw first. Game on!
But when we talk about more recent encounters, it was a little bit more one-sided. I think what Kyle's got to do is draw on the experience
21.
of Vienna. The actual atmosphere here is more like it was there as opposed to at the Winter Gardens.
Yeah, well, that is
60.
not the visit that K.Anderson would have been hoping for to start this game. 21 scored, but then again Van Gerwen only puts in 60.
When they played each other in Vienna, it was the quarterfinals, am I correct?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so Kyle had already played a game that day, so he was fired up, he was definitely in the groove. This is the first time they've played today, so we're about to find out what these guys are made of this Sunday, because as we know, darts can be on the day.
Yeah, certainly can, and
60.
either of these guys turns up today and is on it all the way through the day. Oh, Michael van Gerwen, he's quite likely to win it, but K.Anderson is quite capable of winning this tournament. Yet to make a PDC final, but he has obviously made that semi-final in Austria. Had darts
60.
to beat Phil Taylor as well. Also made a semi-final on the Pro Tour in Barnsley earlier this year. He is making progress in his darts career. Seems to have settled, seems happier with the demands placed upon him by professional darts, but it's not been a good opening leg, and he wants to stay on the 20s. Well, he might, when he comes down anyway, he's kind of written that off in the hope of getting a...
120.
You do find, it's wondering what he said about K.Anderson, but winning makes you happy.
Game Sean.
And that'll make Michael van Gerwen happy.
Michael van Gerwen. Second leg, Michael to throw first. Game on.
At the early part of Kyle's career in the pro ranks, he wasn't winning as much as he is now. And admittedly, since then he's been winning a lot more matches, doing a few more runs together. Got to be happier with that.
Yeah, well, success breeds success, doesn't it? You know, success leads to confidence. Confidence should make you play better, and therefore you win more games. It's a nice
46
self-fulfilling loop that you get into. Of course, it goes the other way, and you can slide quite dramatically. But K.Anderson, we saw Michael van Gerwen beat Jamie Caven in the
58.
first match he's played this weekend in the second round as the seeded players enter at the second round stage. Now that was his opening game at the World Match Play. He won that 10-0. Then he won yesterday 6-0. 16 consecutive legs he's won against Jamie Caven in a couple of weeks. Now in the second round he faced K.Anderson at the World Match Play. It's just a repeat for him. And he won that 11-3. So if it just carries on like that, then K.Anderson's going to be in all sorts of problems. But
he's already in trouble because MVG has turned up. Maybe not on his A+ game right now, but if this is a B game, it's pretty good.
58. Michael, you require 96.
Didn't play his A game all the way through the match play. Still won it. And double 18 for MVG misses, and K.Anderson's left at 164. Now he did take out 3 bullseye finishes when he beat Michael van Gerwen in Vienna last time out. He's not even going to get a dart at the bullseye on this particular visit.
If he was going to do it again there, Michael van Gerwen would have probably said in his head, "Oh God, not again."
Game Sean, the second leg.
And that's how you hit double 9, folks. We saw earlier in the day people fiddling around with that shot, but Michael van Gerwen definitely not afraid of any double on this board, including the bullseye.
Well, K.Anderson has just not got going in this one at all. That's only his 3rd score of 100 or more.
I think he's maybe wounded from that defeated Blackpool a little bit.
I think there's always going to be a bit of trepidation when you go up against a man who is playing the kind of darts that Michael van Gerwen has been doing for some time. But K.Anderson cannot afford to use that as an excuse. He's got to use it as an incentive to go out there and play his best darts. Sometimes it doesn't happen, of course, but that's the mindset that all these guys will have to be in.
What's interesting for me is that sometimes when Michael van Gerwen is playing a European Tour event, he plays first in the afternoon session.
96.
He's playing last here. Now, the good thing is that the hotel is the venue, so you haven't got very far to go for a bit of a shower and a change of a shirt after a game if you do get through. But probably no time for sleep or a nap.
43. Michael, we
have to come back to the arena really quick. What's he going to do? Double 18? Yeah, it's becoming more popular, that shot,
56.
isn't it? People are wising up to the size of segments.
39.
Yeah, the double is a bigger segment than the treble. Double finish now. 139, the tricky 139. Needed the treble 13.
85. Michael, we require 40.
That's the only chances he's getting so far.
Well, just not scoring heavily enough, and Michael van Gerwen makes him pay. And this is not the 105 average nearly we saw from MVG in his win against Jamie Caven, but he is averaging round about that 100 mark, and now he may be putting his foot to the floor, Michael van Gerwen.
And we saw how well Gary Anderson played earlier this afternoon. Kim Huybrechts too, I thought was very impressive. Peter Wright played a very good game against Gerwen Price. So those guys are putting down markers for this tournament.
100.
Michael doesn't like to lose anything, so he'll want to have a better average. He can't have a better score than what Gary had.
No, but I mean, right now there is a possibility that he goes and whitewashes K.Anderson. He's halfway his victory, and he's not conceded a leg as yet. I mean, it could be 6-0, 6-0. And look, I know Michael van Gerwen's a world #1. He's expected to win games against anybody he goes up against. But beating Jamie Caven and K.Anderson back-to-back and thrashing them
34. It's
it's very impressive. And he keeps doing it.
It's an interesting point you make there, Dan, because we've talked
94.
in previous situations where the seed is under pressure because they're expected to win. Michael van Gerwen has been expected to win matches for a period of nearly 3 years now, so he's comfortable with it.
Yeah, he's very comfortable.
Game
And
shot
that's
on the
because
full flag.
he keeps doing stuff like that. It's another
Fifth leg
14
card of
darter.
through first.
And
Game on.
K.Anderson must already be fearing that this is not going to be his day. He's only averaging in the low 80s. This will help.
140.
But, you know, Michael van Gerwen is averaging 100 and has not broken a sweat.
Well, Kyle did say it, didn't he, when he played Cristo Reyes and survived a couple of match darts, that maybe he's been living in England too long and he was getting acclimatized to the colder weather. Because it was hot on that stage on Friday night. He played the very last game, so it was at its hottest. And he was saying, maybe I should go back to Australia and get acclimatized to the hotter weather.
Yeah, basing himself in the East Midlands in Nottingham, Kyle. It's not quite Perth.
Oh, two very different places.
134.
One is a nightmare to drive in, the other one's Perth.
140 and K.Anderson. He may be forced to take this out. Treble 19, not going to get it. Michael van Gerwen, you don't bet against him taking these ones out. 1-2-1, treble 20. Well, he's gone the ball route, of course he does, and that's a 3, so it won't go.
Is he going to rue throwing that last dart away in a... It was a bit petulant for me, but will he rectify the situation? He's going to have to go 20 bull. It's bullseye to get in the match.
62.
And he's not hitting the bullseye today.
44.
Well, they're the shots he was taking out when he beat Michael van Gerwen in Austria. And Michael van Gerwen... Ooh, misses. Well, MVG allows Anderson back to the board to get his first leg. Double 8. Double 4. And
21.
this might be coming to a very rapid end for K.Anderson. Double 2 for MVG. Double 1.
Well, look at Michael van Gerwen's face as if to say, you know what, I've already given you one chance. How many more do you want, Kyle? Only one more, thank you very much, Michael. But Michael will know that he gave that leg away.
Game on.
But it isn't a whitewash.
Well, there will be no back-to-back whitewashers, but there are still disturbing echoes of Michael van Gerwen's match play performances. A whitewash against Jamie Caven in the first round. What is looking to be a rather convincing win against K.Anderson in the second. But Anderson is not going away just yet. That's a 180. If he were to break here, 4-2 might give him a way back into the match.
Yeah, it definitely looks better than 5-0.
Better. Oh, K.Anderson.
Oh, he
perfect.
fancied that. He hit one last week, didn't he, at the Cheshire Open?
96.
How many people have hit a 9-darter in the World Championships? He's one of them.
180.
Second 180 from K.Anderson. Is it tops? It is tops. Michael van Gerwen. Oh, it's too good. It's too good. He was on an 11-darter, K.Anderson, and van Gerwen goes treble, tops, 5-1. Surely that's it. It's over.
Welcome to the world of modern professional darts, ladies and gentlemen.
100.
9 darts thrown, 41 left. Not good enough. Didn't even get a chance at a double. Intelligent shot, though. Very intelligent shot. 51 leaves 80. Got choices. You could go 48 or treble 16. Double 16. That's probably the way that I would go.
85.
But van Gerwen, the way he puts his darts together, categorically the perfect shot for the perfect time, and broke Anderson's heart.
Yeah, that is a killer. There's a young lad waving an Aussie flag with the old cork hat down the front there.
85.
Doesn't look like he's going to have anybody be cheering on in the evening session here for the quarterfinals, the semi-final and the final, because Michael van Gerwen is racing towards the finishing line.
Yeah, he's racing to the finish line, just like Lewis Hamilton's done this afternoon at Hockenheim.
135.
And is he going to see the checkered flag in this visit? Well, if he is, he's going to have 12 and bullseye.
56.
Kyle's got a poke at 96 to annoy Michael van Gerwen and keep him on stage a little bit longer. Double 18 maybe? Maybe 2 double 19s.
Oh, K.Anderson.
Game
How about a
shown in the
double-double
seventh
finish
man.
of your own? He still believes he can get out of this, K.Anderson.
I think he enjoyed that. Why not?
100.
That is an annoying shot to Michael van Gerwen, as if to say, oh, why did you have to go and do that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because K.Anderson doesn't want to leave the stage yet.
Oh, you've got to admit, take your hat off to K.Anderson, because other players, they might have already felt that it was gone. What's the point? And they might not have had the right concentration and intensity to nail that shot. But 2 double 19s to stay alive for at least a little bit longer in this match and in this tournament. And however
58.
unlikely, he still has a chance of dragging his way back into this game and maybe making it through to the quarterfinals. That's a poor dart from him.
Double 19 is the Rod Harrington double. That's what he used to use as backup in the Grand Prix back in the day.
34.
Van Gerwen's in the driving seat. Ooh, doesn't like that. There's a few wides in this leg.
73.
73 leaves the 135. K.Anderson, couple of trebles. You don't bet against Michael van Gerwen taking out these big finishes, you have to say. But there's going to be pressure on it. Huge pressure, wonderful stuff from K.Anderson. Is it the last darts he throws in this tournament? It might be.
65.
Oh, he's got a dropper this time.
Kyle will require 12.
Music to K.Anderson's ears. It's a good guy for double 6. It's a wide open bed. Doesn't take advantage of it. So he's had a chance.
Requires 70.
Maybe the only one he gets. Tops for the match.
Game
Tops
shot.
it is. And it's 6-2. What a performance from the world #1. Great sportsmanship from the two guys, but wow. Michael van Gerwen's here to play.
Yeah, Michael van Gerwen is through to the quarterfinals, and what a lineup we have for you this evening at the Happy Bet European Darts Open. Here at the Maritime Hotel in Dusseldorf, we'll kick things off at 7 o'clock with Stephen Bunting against Terry Jenkins, a former world champ against a 9-time major finalist. Then it's Mensur Suljovic against Peter Snakebite Wright, a former champion here. The world champion Gary Anderson takes on Kim Huybrechts in a tantalising encounter. And then Jelle Klaassen will face that man right there, the world #1 Michael van Gerwen.
It was a really important moment, and because I think he threw 180 before to put it on the finish, and if you want to do something good, that was the moment, and I think I took that moment.
Where's actually the point where you say, okay, that is a good year? Have we reached the point already after winning 4 majors?
I want to win everything, and as long as I never won everything in 1 year, then the year is not fantastic, but I can't really complain in the moment. I'm still in this tournament, and yeah, I feel good. The crowd is fantastic, and ich habe schön gespielt.
Sehr schön gespielt, sehr schön gespielt. Michael, wir sehen uns später wieder. See you later again, quarterfinals against Jelle Klaassen.
Dankeschön.
Michael van Gerwen.